Visiting a new city can be an exciting and enriching experience, but to really get the most out of your stay and not miss any of the most interesting spots, it's best to be prepared. So we put together a list of 15 bests to explore in some of the greatest cities in the United States. Get ready to set out with us on another exciting journey of discovery as we visit Seattle. Located in the state of Washington, Seattle is the largest city in the Northwest United States. The city has a rich history. Native Americans inhabited the area for 4,000 years before the arrival of European explorers. Named in honor of Chief Sealth, Seattle is one of the country's most important seaports. Most of the trade between the United States and Asia is conducted through this port. An inspired and inspiring city, Seattle is the birthplace of grunge music. It's in these streets that groups such as Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, and Nirvana developed their legendary sound. Here are 15 great reasons to visit Seattle. To see the expanse of the city and the region, take a trip up the Space Needle, a main source of pride for the city. The Space Needle literally looks like a needle in space. Built for the 1962 Universal Exhibition, this magnificent tower is topped with what appears to be a flying saucer. During the Universal Exhibition, nearly 20,000 people ventured to the top of the structure every day. At the time, the Space Needle was the tallest structure west of the Mississippi River. No other structure came close to its height of 184 meters or 603 feet, the equivalent of a 60-story building. The structure had so much personality, it quickly became the symbol of the city. Thanks to its ultra-efficient elevators, visitors reach the saucer at the top in about 43 seconds. The exterior observation deck is a great vantage place to enjoy Seattle's beauty. The Space Needle not only offers an amazing view, you can also dine at the Sky City restaurant. As Sky City is a revolving restaurant, visitors can experience the city in 360 degrees while enjoying an excellent meal. The Space Needle is like a dial. For 47 minutes, customers see the scenery change before their eyes. As if by magic, the view of the city center slowly reveals Elliott Bay, then the Olympic Mountains and Mount Rainier. Before leaving, stop by the souvenir shop to find the perfect gifts for family and friends. At the Space Needle, you can see Seattle and the region in all its glory. Let's head now to 3400 Finney Avenue North to enjoy a simple pleasure: Theo Chocolate. Theo Chocolate is one of those companies that 99% of human beings can enjoy. Chocolate is the name of the game here. But this is not just a store that sells lovely treats. Theo Chocolate offers tours of its factory. Touring the factory reminds us that chocolate is a totally natural product made from the cocoa bean. The factory imports beans from several countries such as the Dominican Republic, Costa Rica, Ecuador, and the Congo. Theo Chocolate's expertise is fascinating, and its philosophy is just as interesting. The company was the first in the United States to produce organic chocolate according to the rules of fair trade. Its founder, Joseph Winnie, bought beans directly from the cocoa farmers, allowing him to pay them fair prices. Fair trade is a practice beneficial to both partners. The buyer has access to the purest ingredients, and the farmer earns a better salary that affords better living conditions. The company has also received several awards for its commitment to its valued partners. Not only delicious, Theo chocolate products combine taste and respect. We leave downtown Seattle for an out-of-the-ordinary experience. At the Future of Flight Aviation Center and Boeing Tour, there are rewarding and fascinating activities. The world of aviation is mysterious. Where and how do we manufacture these steel giants that defy all laws of gravity? The Boeing Company was founded in Seattle in 1916. The Future of Flight Aviation Center Museum is located on the grounds of the multinational corporation. The museum demonstrates the ingenious technology that transports us across the globe. This interactive museum demystifies the secrets of both motor-generated propulsion as well as certain flying techniques. The interiors of several types of aircraft are open to the public, such as this private jet where the comfort of its passengers is of utmost importance. Video installations inform visitors on the important research Boeing is performing on new sustainable energy fuels made from vegetable bases such as salicornia and mangrove. The Future of Flight Aviation Center Museum is exciting, but it's only an appetizer on today's menu. The Boeing Tour is undoubtedly the world's most spectacular factory tour. You won't believe your eyes during the 90 minutes it takes to complete. In 1917, William E. Boeing received his first order. The U.S. Navy requested that his factory produce 50 training seaplanes. Nearly 100 years later, Boeing has become one of the world's largest aircraft and aerospace manufacturers. And when you're one of the world's largest aircraft manufacturers, your facilities must be cutting edge. With a size of 13.3 million cubic meters, or about 460 million cubic feet, this plant has been certified as the tallest building in the world by sheer volume. It has all the components needed to assemble the Boeing 747, 767, 777, and 787. Imagine what the parts department must look like when it comes to building a plane. and the lucky employees who are able to give the finishing touches to gear exiting the factory. After the Boeing tour, you'll be able to look at aircrafts with an expert eye. As we continue our tour, let's return to Seattle to visit an unusual shop, the Gargoyles Statuary. Items found at Gargoyles Statuary come as much from ancient times as they do from the imagination. This is Gargoyle and Chimera Paradise. These little creatures are related to the fanciful Gothic architecture from the early 13th century. Perhaps the best known are those adorning the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. The statues found here are replicas of free interpretations of authentic gargoyles found on the roofs of cathedrals, chapels, and crypts. The gargoyles were used to protect against demons and harmful spirits. They were originally designed to remove rainwater from roofs. Gargoyles come in various forms. Sometimes they look like monkeys, and sometimes they look more like a combination of a human and an animal. In addition to the gargoyles, the store has a large inventory of urns, candles, rosaries, and essential oils. In the back of the shop, you can even predict the future.
With the moon card, you know, both have like a moon in the background. So that's not a problem.
When you visit the Gargoyle Statuary, you may also find a new protector. Seattle residents know how to enjoy the marine environment that surrounds them. So let's do like the locals and take a cruise offered by Argosy Cruises. Since 1949, this family business has been one of Seattle's many tourist attractions. Many different cruises are offered. Some tours are narrated by tour guide. The most popular cruise takes visitors to explore the locks. This 2.5-hour tour begins on Union Lake and goes to Elliott Bay. There, the view of downtown Seattle is exceptional. This tour allows visitors to see sights that are the pride of the region. The elegant George Washington Memorial Bridge, also called the Aurora Bridge, was opened to cars in 1932. It has been classified a national heritage since 1982. It's not every day that you see a floating community. Seattle has the most houseboats of any American city. There are more than 500 here. This one was made famous in the movie Sleepless in Seattle with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. The Hiram-Chittenden Lock is the transition point between freshwater and saltwater. The locks are the doorway between Shoal Bay and beautiful Elliott Bay. In the distance, we can see the breathtaking Cascade and Olympic mountain ranges. Houses aren't the only things that are floating here in Seattle. Yoga classes float as well. From here, we can see that downtown Seattle is in perfect harmony with Elliott Bay. The Ferris wheel located at Pier 57 was inaugurated in 2012. The ambitious Ferris wheel project of designer Hal Griffith that took 30 years to develop can accommodate 336 passengers. Argosy Cruises gives visitors a chance to see parts of the country that hold rare beauty. After a great time on the water, let's take a break at the Alexis Hotel. Built in 1901, this building is classified as a National Heritage. The hotel was a favorite place for many adventurers at the time of the gold rush. Today, this building is the Alexis Hotel. This internationally known establishment personifies the Seattle of past, present, and future. The art of living is the philosophy of the hotel. There's a public space that's dedicated to local artists. This initiative was created to connect Seattle's artistic community and visitors from all over the world. The art of living exudes from every room. Away from the bustle of the big city, visitors can enjoy an oasis of relaxation. The hotel's bookstore bar is the ideal place to enjoy a drink in a different setting. Whiskey lovers will be amazed at the wide selection of brands. Also, there's no need to leave the hotel to get a good meal. The Library Bistro restaurant is part of the winning formula that sets the Alexis Hotel apart, according to Travel + Leisure's list of the 500 best hotels in the world. Is it the ocean air from the Pacific that inspires so many artists in Seattle? Let's experience the works from an incredible artist at the Chihuly Garden and Glass. Chihuly Garden and Glass embraces shapes, colors, and light. Dale Chihuly is the artist behind this fragile world. Originally from Tacoma, Washington, Chihuly is internationally recognized for his magnificent glass sculptures. Although he received his glass-making training in the United States, initially it was in 1968 in Venice where he learned the real secrets of blowing glass. The profession of glassblowing hasn't changed much over the years. To shape glass, Chihuly likes to use the same tools as his ancestors did 2,000 years ago. Chihuly himself designed this museum. The integration between the sculptures and the space they occupy is a perfect match. This incredible sculpture is called Mille Fiori. Chihuly states this work was inspired by his mother's garden. Chihuly has a particularly impressive career. His work is exhibited in more than 200 museums around the world. He's received numerous awards and 11 honorary doctorates. The artist likes to see his works in the open. For him, his installations truly live when they coexist with nature. One room of the museum is called the Glass House. Its architecture was inspired by both the Sainte-Chapelle in Paris and London's Crystal Palace. The Glass House contains this gigantic 34-meter or 111-foot-long sculpture. This is one of Chihuly's largest suspended works. The Chihuly Garden and Glass is an incredible, beautiful, and colorful experience that will change the way you think. When it comes time to sit down, knowing the right place is important. Let's visit the popular Bizzarro Italian Cafe. The Bizzarro Italian Cafe was established in 1986 on the premises of a former auto shop. Since opening, the restaurant has become popular with Seattle residents who come to enjoy the excellent Italian cuisine. The owner, David Nast, is a visual artist. He wanted to give his cafe the appearance of an unbridled flea market. He has succeeded. No matter where you look, there's always something surprising. Most employees working in Bizzarro come from the artistic community. They prepare all sorts of meat and pasta dishes with great passion. The Bizzarro serves authentic cuisine. Pasta and bread are made on site. What's the dish that's the biggest hit with customers? Linguine with clams. No matter what you order at Bizzarro, you're sure to have a delicious meal made with wonderfully fresh ingredients. To enjoy unparalleled Italian cuisine in Seattle, the Bizzarro Italian Cafe is the place to go. Seattle offers fun activities for both young and old. A visit to the intriguing Archie McPhee store will put a smile on your face. The words absurd and curious perfectly describe the Archie McPhee store. You're guaranteed to find items that you won't find anywhere else. This is the only place you'll find these tentacle-shaped finger extensions. The pickle-shaped ones are also very popular. Who hasn't dreamed of roast beef or foie gras flavored chewing gum? The inflatable beard could be very useful for people who might need to wear it occasionally. These discreet insole lifts can help you gain a few centimeters. This unusual shop also specializes in a very important subject: bacon. Whether it's soap, cake icing, or refreshing mints, the taste of bacon is revered here. The goal of Mr. Bacon's big adventure is to move the piece of bacon through Meatland. The first one who joins the bacon in the frying pan is the winner. Archie McPhee even thinks about you in difficult times. Getting injured can be fun when you have bandages shaped like a fake mustache, underpants, a pickle, or a slice of bacon. The universe of Archie McPhee helps bring back your inner child. The best way to blend in with the residents of the city is to stroll through Pike Place Market. Each year, 10 million visitors visit Pike Place Market. It's a must when you come to Seattle. In fact, the market is so well known that it's among the most popular things to see when in Washington State. There are thousands of stories and legends that have been passed between merchants and customers over the last century. It's not a coincidence that the Pike Place Market is called the Soul of Seattle. Since the market opened on August 17, 1907, it's been a resounding success. The 8 farmers who set up shop at the corner of First Avenue and Pike Street saw their stock of fresh produce disappear by 11 o'clock in the morning. By the end of 1907, the market was covered and all its spaces were filled. The Pike Place Market is considered one of the most important markets in the United States. Today it has more than 500 merchants who sell their products every day. Come stroll the market and awaken your senses of smell, of sight, of sound, of taste, and of touch. The human contact and cordial atmosphere here are popular with regulars and visitors alike. Some tenants of the Pike Place Market have become very famous. multinational corporation Starbucks began by selling its coffee here. The Pike Place Market is classified National Heritage. Take a walk here, and you'll experience the true heart of Seattle. Seattle enchants and captivates. Ghosts of the city are also worth encountering. To see the other side, come and experience the Capitol Hill Historical Ghost Tour. The Capitol Hill Historical Ghost Tour will fill you with stories of mystery and the unusual. This guided tour will take you to some of the places in Seattle known to be haunted. The first stop is the Panama Hotel at 605.5 South Main Street. Built in 1910, this building was particularly popular with the Japanese community who frequented it to enjoy the Sento Japanese public bath. Under the floor, the 100-year-old Sento, with its rusty showers, is still there. This building protects the last Japanese public bath intact in the United States. The next stop is 915 East Pine Street, located in the Seattle Pike Pine Capitol Hill, where you'll find a haunted building, the Odd Fellows Building. Built in 1908, the Odd Fellows Building has a ballroom fit for a fairy tale. Paranormal phenomena have recently been reported in the Odd Fellows Cafe and Bar in the building's basement. Employees have noticed that things have moved without explanation. The ghost tour explains the phenomenon. The basement of the building was once a crematorium. Julia's on Broadway is a small restaurant and a small theater in the neighborhood. This building is one of the oldest in Seattle. It is said that employees often see an old lady dressed in clothes from another century, walking on the sidewalk, and then disappearing behind the wall. The mystery has never been explained. The ghost tour brings visitors to see the grave of the legendary Bruce Lee, the most visited grave in the state of Washington. Beside him lies his son, Brandon. The actor died suspiciously on March 31st, 1993, during the filming of The Crow. A real bullet was placed in a gun that was supposed to only be filled with blanks. The Capitol Hill Historical Ghost Tour, where the unexplainable is the main attraction. Impressive buildings are everywhere in Seattle. Come visit one of these. Safeco Field. Inaugurated in 1999, Safeco Field is the home of the Seattle Mariners baseball team. Tours offered by the organization go behind the scenes of this famous sports temple. For 1 hour, visitors have access to places normally closed to the public. Being able to walk the same field where the best baseball players in the world practice and play conveys a special feeling. The experience helps us imagine how Russ Davis must have felt when he burst with joy after hitting the first home run at Safeco Field on July 17, 1999. During the same match, Raul Ibanez brought 47,000 spectators to their feet with another great feat, a grand slam, good for 4 runs. Safeco Field is the perfect place for baseball fans. The games here are played rain or shine, thanks to a retractable roof. In case of bad weather, the roof unfolds in less than 20 minutes. This guided tour takes visitors right where sports commentators and analysts work. And we learn that the press gallery is equipped to handle foul balls.
So over the course of a normal baseball season, these walls will take these baseballs upside the head here and make little dents and big dents and sometimes knock a hole right straight through. So in a baseball season, there might be 12, 15, 25 different times a baseball will hit these various walls. Nothing to show you now, because it all gets repaired in the off season and we start fresh.
The Grand Lodge is where the team's 17 owners meet on game days. In addition to being the president of Nintendo, Hiroshi Yamauchi is the majority owner of the team. To date, he has not yet come to Seattle to see his team play. Home plate from the former home of the Mariners is found in the owner's lodge. The old Kingdome had to give up its place as the home of the Mariners to Safeco Field when the structure's concrete began to crumble. Taking pictures from the official press room of the Seattle Mariners is a unique experience. Definitely make time to see Safeco Field during your visit to Seattle. Let's hit the road and discover one of the most beautiful natural wonders of the region, Mount Rainier. Mount Rainier is part of the massive Cascade Mountains. Its highest peak rises to 4,392 meters, or 14,409 feet. More experienced climbers will want to get near its two volcanic craters, 300 meters, or about 980 feet in diameter. Climbing Mount Rainier by car is very pleasant and requires less preparation and energy than walking. The scenery on Paradise Road includes breathtaking views of beautiful old-growth forests and subalpine regions. Along the way, it's good to stop and take a breath of fresh air. The scent of trees and earth is intoxicating. Here, nature thrives in every corner. Time seems to slow down when you're immersed in nature. The meditative effect you get when you ascend Mount Rainier is inescapable. You absolutely must not forget your camera. The lushness of Mount Rainier is amazing no matter the time of year. Paradise Road gets you a little closer to the mountain's year-round snow. It's a wonderful sight to see. Drive up Mount Rainier. An oasis of happiness is waiting for you. While some choose to visit Seattle by boat, others prefer to see the landscape by plane. A guided tour in the sky awaits. Let's fly to Union Lake with Kenmore Air. The reputation of Kenmore Air is second to none in Seattle. Founded in 1946 by 3 childhood friends, the company began with the purchase of a single aircraft. Nearly 70 years later, the fleet is comprised of 25 aircraft, and nearly 250 employees work with Kenmore Air during the high season. Kenmore Air is one of the most reputable seaplane companies in the world. We'll be aboard a Beaver Mk1 1957 for the aerial tour of Seattle today. This aircraft was developed by the British company de Havilland. Equipped with a single motor, the Beaver aircraft was designed to be simple and durable enough to explore northern Canada. The most interesting part of looking out the window is watching the scenery change. From this bird's eye view, Seattle is the size of a miniature model. Yet, down below reside 608,660 people, according to the 2010 census. From the plane, we can see the charming houseboats afloat on Union Lake. We can see the Space Needle and the Glass House, where the works of Chihuly reside. For a moment, you're lucky enough to have the best view in town of the Seattle Mariners playing on their spectacular home turf, Safeco Field. The tours offered by Kenmore Air provide an opportunity to see Seattle in a different way. The city is blessed with a beautiful 36,000 square meter or 387,500 square foot park, Olympic Sculpture Park, where air and art come together. In Seattle, some trees are in stainless steel. The Olympic Sculpture Park was inaugurated on January 20th, 2007. The idea of creating a park that can accommodate large sculptures was born 10 years ago by 2 women, Mimi Gardner-Gates, the director of the Seattle Art Museum, and leading member of the Trust for Public Land, Martha Wyckoff. Famous artists have created the works on display in this beautiful park. This sculpture, the Eagle, was created in 1971 by Alexander Calder. If this sculpture seems familiar, it may be because the artist has similar works permanently displayed in Parc Jean-Drapeau in Montreal. The approach of Klaus Oldenburg and Koshu van Bruggen is to display mundane objects in a disproportionate fashion, such as this typewriter eraser. Richard Serra wanted to create a 38-meter-long structure to engage the viewer. The artist says of his work, Wake, the subject of this piece is neither the image nor the steel. It's you. Bunyan's chess was created in 1965 by Marc de Souveraud. "41 years later, Teresita Fernandez brought the clouds from the city of Miami to Seattle. The impressive Olympic Iliad is a massive sculpture designed and built by Alexander Lieberman in 1984. over the years, artists and architects have managed to give soul to this exceptional city. With its friendly people and its variety of activities, the city of Seattle is not to be missed.